Top 10 Most Hilarious Cases on the People's Court. Welcome to the People's Court, where justice is served with a side of humor. In this roundup, we present the top 10 most hilarious cases that have graced the courtroom. From outrageous disputes to comically absurd situations, these cases stand out for their entertainment value. Join us as we revisit the laughter-inducing moments, witty exchanges, and unforgettable characters that have made these cases classics in the realm of daytime courtroom television. Get ready for a journey through the lighter side of justice. Number 10. Taking the cake. A bakery blunder resulted in the creation of the wrong cake for a birthday celebration, prompting the aggrieved party to file a lawsuit. The plaintiff is seeking compensation for the entire cost of her grown daughter's party, which includes DJ fees, venue expenses, and humorously, even the value of the presents. The absurdity of the situation is evident as the plaintiff is demanding $1,000 for a $35 cake mix-up. The daughter wisely decided not to attend the party, but the plaintiff's seriousness about the lawsuit is as baffling as its frivolity. The case becomes even more entertaining with Judge Million's sarcastic remarks and her insistence on unraveling the mysteries of red velvet cake. It's a must-watch for the sheer absurdity and the judge's amusing reactions. Number 9. Expert Witness. In a peculiar case presided over by Judge Million, the central focus was a seemingly defective accordion. None of the involved parties could demonstrate its functionality, leaving the question of its actual condition unanswered. However, to everyone's surprise, an unexpected accordion player emerged from the audience. This unique twist led to a rare moment where an audience member not only spoke up, but also treated the room to a small concert. The accordion player shared insights into her learning journey, prompting a witty retort from Judge Million that would particularly resonate with those familiar with post-World War II history. Despite the unexpected musical interlude, the plaintiff ultimately emerged victorious in the case, securing a refund for the purportedly broken accordion. Number 8. How old are you? The plaintiff and the defendant embarked on a romantic relationship, during which the plaintiff generously spent a substantial amount of money on her partner. However, the plot thickened when she discovered that, at some point, he had dated her niece. The turning point came when the plaintiff's expenses on the defendant reached the $1,000 mark. Sensing a need for boundaries, she warned him that any further expenditures would be considered a loan. In the courtroom, Judge Million, somewhat incredulous at the courtroom drama unfolding before her, couldn't quite believe that two individuals with significant life experience were entangled in a legal dispute of this nature. The case unfolded as a high-drama spectacle, featuring elements of revenge, explicit sexting, and reactions reminiscent of a telenovela, making it an intriguing and entertaining courtroom scenario. Number 7. Not a hand model. The plaintiff, a model, suffered cuts on her finger during a visit to a nail salon and sought compensation for alleged missed casting calls she didn't attend due to the cuts. However, the judge quickly discerned the real issue at hand. The courtroom drama intensified as the plaintiff's mother repeatedly attempted to coach her daughter, going so far as to interfere even when asked to remain seated. The sense of entitlement displayed throughout the proceedings was truly astounding. Despite the judge's efforts to maintain order, the mother persisted in speaking on behalf of her daughter. In the end, it became apparent that the lawsuit lacked merit, and the absurdity of the situation provided ample entertainment for those witnessing the proceedings. Even without a law degree, it was clear that their legal claim was without basis, adding an extra layer of amusement to the courtroom spectacle. Number 6. The Asiatic Lily Massacre. Theresia Harpster, a passionate flower enthusiast, presents her case in court with an air of calmness, recounting a tale of her cherished flowers falling victim to the defendant's landscaping company. However, the narrative takes a dramatic turn when the defendant unveils evidence, including instances of Harpster engaging in light assault and using a barrage of obscene language. The shift from her composed facade to a feigned expression of shock borders on the comical, but also carries an undertone of disconcerting unpredictability. As the proceedings continue, Harpster struggles to contain her escalating frustration, vehemently denying any wrongdoing and insisting that everyone is conspiring against her. In a moment both unhinged and hilarious, her final words to the defendant add a surreal touch to the courtroom drama. Number 5. A question of thickness. The plaintiff bravely steps into court with an incredibly serious demeanor, prepared to share his saga of pizza woe. In a twist of fate, he ordered thick crust, but was served thin crust, transforming what could be a mundane complaint into the least serious case ever, all for a $3 slice of pizza. The sheer absurdity of the situation adds an extra layer of entertainment to the courtroom proceedings. Surprisingly, the restaurant owners appear to be taking advantage of the situation, perhaps seeing it as an opportunity for some free publicity. Strangely, the way the pizza is described raises the question of whether it's truly worth all the legal trouble. Even the plaintiff, in the midst of suing, can't help but give a rave review to the very restaurant he's taking to court. The case becomes a humorous blend of a trivial dispute, unexpected endorsements, and a hint of promotional antics. Number 4. The Lovable Litigant. Sharon Stevens, a guest on The People's Court, exudes charm even as she openly admits, with a smile, to having driven for decades without a license. The entertainment begins the moment she enters, taking issue with the announcer's description of her case. Throughout the proceedings, Stevens remains remarkably honest, providing a vivid account, complete with sound effects, of how the car she was driving ended up damaged. While she may seem a bit disoriented, her unwavering moral compass is evident. Despite some confusion regarding the case outcome, Stevens expresses remorse about the incident. For her, the experience of being on the People's Court seems to have made it all worthwhile, adding a unique and entertaining twist to the courtroom drama. Number 3. Something for something. The courtroom unfolds with a predictable twist as a once seemingly amicable relationship turns sour, a development that Judge Millian saw coming from the start. The judge astutely deciphers the dynamics of the duo and their peculiar arrangement. Despite the lack of sympathy for anyone involved in the case, Judge Millian can't help but acknowledge a certain level of respect for the defendant's audacity. The judge emphasizes the questionable judgment of a 59-year-old man providing financial support to his 27-year-old girlfriend for a friend who may not even exist, especially considering the short duration of their relationship. With little compassion for the plaintiff, Judge Millian delivers some blunt advice that leaves no room for misunderstanding, offering a dose of reality that echoes throughout the courtroom. Number 2. Now I Remember You. In an exceptionally bizarre case, even the usually composed bailiff struggles to maintain a straight face as he hands the judge the paperwork. The focus is on a vicious dog bite, but the eccentric defendant adds a touch of absurdity to the proceedings. Dorothy Hens, owner of a pit bull, appears noticeably confused about the plaintiff's identity, mistakenly thinking it was related to another incident involving her dog and a different jogger. Unfortunately for her, this confusion does little to strengthen her defense. Hens's somewhat airheaded responses inject a sense of humor into the courtroom, but it's crucial not to forget the gravity of the situation. She is, after all, responsible for a pit bull involved in a dog bite case. Number 1. You Might Go Blind. In this unforgettable case, the litigants entered into a rather unconventional agreement with expectations that turned out to be biologically implausible. Plaintiffs Candy Moore and Shea had a shared desire to become pregnant simultaneously and thus entered a contract with defendant Oakton Dracht, who agreed to provide daily contributions toward that goal. However, the plan didn't unfold as expected for various reasons. Judge Millian, a renowned advocate for ocular health, found herself delving into the intricacies of the case, even having to enlighten the plaintiffs on the complex process of attempting to conceive. In a daytime television setting, the participants were compelled to tiptoe around explicit terminology, adding a layer of humor to an already peculiar situation. The case stands out as a classic, marked by the unusual nature of the agreement and the comedic dance around more candid discussions, due to the broadcast constraints. Thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon.